The Babysitter by Rachel Lawson. Where is number 4? Asked Morganite Alexander to his wife as he drove to his father's house for the first time. There, Morg, said Garnet, his wife pointing at a house. Morganite parked the van, and they walked to the front door of the house and knocked at the front door. Morganite's dad invited them into the house. "Hello, Morgan," said his father Fred, the Emperor of the Universe. "Hello, Dad," said Morganite. "Dad, this is Garnet, my wife." Fred smiled. "Nice to meet you, Garnet," Fred said. "Morgan, your mum wants to see you, she's in the kitchen." "Where is it, sir?" asked Morganite. "No sirs in this house," said Fred. "Okay, sir, Dad," said Morganite. "Come with me," said Fred, leading them to the kitchen. He was very happy to meet his mother for the first time, with her knowing him as her son. He'd met his parents many times, but never like this as one of the family. His mother was very pregnant with him. I mean, he was the baby inside her. Morganite wasn't born yet at that time. The man who arrived with his wife was like half of his family and was a time traveler from the future living in the past. "Hello, Morgan," said his mother Anatase or Angela, hugging her son. "Hello, Mum," said Morganite, happy to get a hug from his mum. "Who's the lady?" asked Lance SR, his brother. "Garnet, my wife," said Morganite. "Nice to meet you, Princess Anatase, my emperor. He talks about you a lot," said Garnet, happy for her husband being invited to a private family party for his birthday. Anatase smiled, and so did her time traveler husbands, Blake the younger, who posed as the original man, her actual husband the grandson, and his older self Fred, who accidentally became his own grandfather because of amnesia and a trick of fate. Fred was the father of Morganite, and the baby, being one man too, also lost in time. "I'm going to be born today," Morganite said nervously. "I rented a minibus so we all could get to the hospital together." Anna panicked, and her waters broke. They raced her to the hospital. With Morganite driving, Fred and Blake, the expectant fathers who were doctors, looked after her so much that Anna was sick of them by the time they got there. So much so she insisted on seeing a real doctor and not a coroner like her husband's. The doctor who was going to birth the baby saw all the young men fussing over her and had to ask who the father was. "Not me, I'm the baby," Morganite said. The doctor thought he was either joking or a nut. "I am," said Blake and Fred. The doctor thought they were all nuts. Morganite had to point out Fred was confused. He was the great-grandfather. Blake was meant to be the father, even if Fred was the father. Blake went in with Anna. The doctor thought Morganite was mad because Fred didn't look old enough to be a great-grandfather. Blake was thrown out because he was getting in the way. Blake was livid. Morganite was as anxious as his father Fred, who couldn't be with his wife. He hugged his son Morganite and wouldn't let him go till the doctor came back saying she had a boy. Morganite was over being close to his dad by then. "Can we see Mum yet?" asked Morganite. The doctor was sure he was a nut now. She looked 25 like the rest of these jokers. They weren't human. He wanted to tell them all to leave the poor woman alone, but she asked to see them. "She wants to see you," said the doctor, not at all sure why she would. The doctor took them to her and watched them suspiciously. He noted the great-grandfather acted more like a doting father, and the self-proclaimed baby man was acting like a man, looking at the baby as if it was something weird. Everyone was acting as if the man was the baby, to the point of them calling them both the same person. They were mad but harmless, the doctor thought. "I am a little confused about what to say about this in Parliament," Morganite, who was the Prime Minister of the universe, said. "You have a bit of a problem, proclaiming your own birth," said Fred to his son. "Remember, you're to announce you're my great-grandson and not my son, which you are," said Emperor Fred when the doctor left. Morganite was told by his wife how much he looked like the baby. "Cradle snatcher," said Lance SR, joking. Morganite was awkward. He was looking at the baby screaming its head off as he held the baby, and the politician didn't understand why. "He's hungry, give him back to Anna," said Fred. Morganite gave himself back to his mum, who breastfed the baby. Morganite never understood children, himself double, which made his becoming the babysitter of the same baby himself even more perplexing. "Morgan, can you watch Morgay for a while?" asked his mother at a political forum to which she was also a guest. "Okay, Mum," said Morganite. She passed him into his care and she left them. "Hello Morgay," said Morganite, lifting the baby in front of him and pulling faces to amuse the baby. The emperor walked in with some political delegates, who were very amused to see him pulling faces. They giggled at the sight of the universe's top politician pulling funny faces at a baby. Morganite smiled and hugged the baby, trying to regain a little dignity. "Hello ladies and gentlemen," Morganite said seriously, "my emperor." "Hello Morgan, how is little Morganite?" said the emperor, thinking his son was being cute with his younger self. "He's good," said the elder Morganite. Morganite the younger reached out to his father and gurgled, "I think Morgay wants a hug," said the elder Morganite, handing the baby to his father. "Yes," said Fred, hugging his baby son. "The emperor is his great-grandfather," said one of the delegates. "Or," said another. "He loves his great-grandfather a lot," said another. "Indeed," said Morganite the elder. The baby was really happy, no one realized why. He knew his real father. Anna walked in to see the baby she left in her son's care being happily hugged by its father. "Hello my emperor," said Anna, "it's nice to see Morgay happy." "Do you want him back?" asked the emperor of the woman who was seen as his best friend and Blake's grandson's wife. He was Blake's older self, her husband, also not that many people knew it. "Hello, Anna," said Fred. Morganite was a typical child with his parents, both of them enjoyed seeing them in the same place. The adult hid it behind a smile. The baby tried to talk to them in baby talk. "He needs his bottle," said Anna, taking a baby milk bottle out of her baby supplies bag she left with Morganite the elder, and gave it to her husband, who loved to play with his baby. "Thanks for looking after him, Morgan," said the mother. Fred fed the baby, who threw up on Morganite the elder, who saw it as a nuisance. "Thanks for sharing, Morgay," said Morganite the elder, trying to clean the mess off himself with magic. "Sorry, Morgan," said Anna, trying to clean him too as a mother. "Mind if I leave him to you, and go clean up a little in the men's room?" asked Morganite the elder when the stain didn't go. "It's all right, I'll look after him now," Anna said. Fred gave her the baby and the bottle. "Do you mind if I join you going to the little wizard's room? Maybe I can help," the emperor said. "Aren't you busy?" asked Morganite the elder. "No," said Fred, who wanted to help his son and empty his bladder. "I need to cast a spell while I'm there too." "All right," said Morganite the elder. They left, bidding Anna, the baby, and the politicians goodbye.